Good evening, everybody. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for joining me for this latest Thursday edition of At Home Again Naturally. It's great to be back, as always. Let's get Instagram in here. Hey Barney, hey Aoife. Hello to Bob Christie. Who's going to watch a Chelsea game? I totally understand that. I think there's going to be a lot of people in your shoes tonight, Bob. You enjoy it, mate. I believe you're a Liverpool fan, so if you are, and tonight's your night, then I hope it's a great one for you. Let's say hello to everybody on Instagram and get them in here as well. Hey to Maura Riley. Hello to my dad. Hey Pop, how's it going? Great to see you here. Hello Instagram, how's it going? It's such a gorgeous evening here. I hope you're all having as nice an evening wherever you are. That opening track is obviously a cover of Dreams by the Cranberries, by Irish Women in Harmony, it's I wanted to mention it for two reasons. One is that song was released last week, and you can donate to €4 to Safe Ireland. So if you follow the link that's in the description, if you're on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, then you can find Irish Women in Harmony on Spotify, and they're in a lot of Instagram stories as well at the moment, so I think you'll see that. But that's the first thing. And also there was a report published yesterday by Linda Coogan-Byrne, which highlighted the disparities in male artists on Irish radio and female artists as well, and it's quite obvious that there's no excuse really for not playing all the incredible Irish female artists that we have on radio at the moment, and that song is just one of the many examples. One of the a song by one of the best Irish songwriters that ever lived, performed by some of the best female songwriters that Ireland has ever produced as well. I'm going to start you off with a quiet one tonight. This is Ins and Outs. He's just a writer, she loves to paint. One day without him is one less that he's away. His flight's in early, she'll still be asleep. The floorboards a whisper under his feet. He tries not to wake her as he climbs under the sheets. In winter time it's night time for most of the week. When you gonna come back? When you gonna go? When you gonna leave this place and climb into the world? When you gonna go there? Tell me what you saw. When you gonna realize these ins and outs are all we've got to go on? Head on my shoulder, she says, what shall we do? And I said, I'm thinking milk, 3 sugars and you. Walking out with what you love can leave you with a surplus. The best way to walk is with a purpose. When you gonna come back? When you gonna go? When you gonna leave this place and climb into the world? When you gonna go there and tell me what you saw? When you gonna realize these ins and outs are all we've got to go on? Please don't speak so loudly. I've got something to confess. Baby, don't you speak so loudly. I've got something to confess. He's just a sculptor, she loves to pose. The best days for her I spent when she's out of her clothes. His flight's in early, oh, but she couldn't get to sleep. So she'll sit and wait until he comes back in one piece. Baby, when you gonna come back? When you gonna go? When you gonna leave this place and climb into the world? When you gonna go there and tell me what you saw? When you gonna realize these ins and outs are all we've got to go on? When you gonna come back? When you gonna go? When you gonna leave this place and climb into the world? And when you gonna go there and tell me what you saw? When you gonna realize these ins and outs are all we've got to go on? We've got to go on. We've got to go on. Thank you very much, and good evening again to anybody who has joined us. I will be saying hi to some of you in a few minutes, but it's really great to see all of you here. This is really amazing. This is a song about finding goodness in the dark days. I want to dedicate it to my friend Shane Robinson, whose birthday it is today. And I want to dedicate it to Shane Robinson because Shane is possibly the biggest Liverpool fan that I've ever met in my life. And I know that at the moment Man City and Chelsea are playing, and if Man City drop points, then Liverpool win the league for the first time in 30 years. So, but Shane is here, right on cue, and I really appreciate that. It's filled my heart up a little bit more. This one's called Miserable. Happy birthday, Shane. You let me sleep until your bags were packed. I guess you couldn't face the argument. I never could resist a chance. And if it's only for a minute, then where's the sense in that? So you let me sleep until your bags were packed. So what's wrong with being miserable or colourful? What's wrong with being miserable? You got a struggle on your hands and a bullet in your back, in your back, in your back, in your back. And I know you lose your innocence when you open up your trap. Guess you're hopeless when it comes to that. So what's wrong with being miserable or colourful? What's wrong with being miserable? Boom bada, boom bada, boom bada, boom bada, boom bada, boom bada, boom bada. What's wrong with being miserable or colourful? What's wrong with being miserable or colourful? Don't you know it's just a coup to break me down on anything I do? So what's wrong with being miserable? Woo! Don't you know it's just a coup to break me down on anything I do? So what's wrong with being miserable? Thank you very much. That is Miserable. Always nice to play at the start of the set, and always nice to see the lovely reactions to it. Let's say hello to some people. Hey to Grant, hey to Kev Ferris as well. Hey to Pat Shaw and Teresa Lee. Hey to Marion Hearn and Donna who are watching. Hello to the other Donna as well. And Emer, hey Emer, how's it going? Hey to Louis Cornsnack as well. Louis McCormick, absolutely incredible musician. I'm a big fan of his music. I played his track as the intro song a few weeks ago, Threw It All Away. You should listen to his album now because it's just, it's gorgeous. It's so, so good. Louis is just such an incredible songwriter, and it's always nice to see him watching. I'm going to do the Keep Me Honest section a little earlier this evening, mainly because the song that I've written is in a bit of strange tuning, so I'm going to knock that one out of the way nice and easy. This is a bit of a close call, because I only finished writing the song about an hour ago. I was fully getting prepared to think of a forfeit, like I had to last week, and this song came together quite quickly. I kind of took some lyrics, which some snippets of lyrics which I had from a long time ago, and put them together with some music, and got this song. As that's how a song is written. For those of you that weren't knowing, thank you for joining my songwriting masterclass. But the lyrics of this song were kind of written around a book by Ernest Hemingway called The Sun Also Rises, and it's been a while since I've read it, to be honest, but in essence it's about this couple that are absolutely mad about each other but just treat each other like complete shit. They spend most of the book gaslighting each other and just telling one another off, and anytime it feels like they're like, getting somewhere good, they're a really exhausting couple to read about, to be totally honest with you. And I wrote this song a long time ago for any of you smart arses that are sure to leave your mark in the comment section. It's about those situations where a lot gets said and nothing gets settled, and it's a song about the theatrics of those situations and about just being over the top. So this is a song called Oh Vivid Me. Keep your German beers, your reinvention of the wheel. Go changing anything that hurts, but leave me out of it, please. Accept my offering, a final cigarette, and I'll leave you here this evening, and that's the end of it. You're one man's deranged, another's catalyst for change, dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. You're one man's deranged, another's catalyst for change, dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. You say it's better to shoot straight from the hip. Well, did you ever think that I'd have any chance in this? Who says we're better off to make those plans to fit, when giving up the ghost again is just the half of it? Was it bold? Was it brave? Am I lost? Am I sane? You're one man's deranged, another's catalyst for change, dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. You're one man's deranged, another's catalyst for change, dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. Oh, oh vivid me. stage and singing, oh vivid me. You're one man's deranged, another catalyst for change. Dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. Dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. Dancing on the stage and singing, oh vivid me. Thank you very much. That is the first listen that anyone's ever had to Oh Vivid Me, which is part of the Keep Me Honest section. For those of you that are joining me, each week I try to write a new song, and yeah, this week was a really fun one. It was nice to kind of have it that close and think maybe this week just isn't the week, but then for something to happen, it's really amazing. So thank you. I've got to tune up to normal tuning, which is great. I'll say I love a song if you want doing that. Lots of Liverpool fans here, surprisingly, which is really amazing. Yeah, Shane is wondering why Liverpool couldn't have just played on the 25th instead and, you know, won it for the first time in 30 years on your birthday. That would have had some nice symmetry. I'll be totally honest with you, Shane. That would have made sense. Hey to Lobs as well. Lobs is saying she might have to text her poor dad because he's probably shaking in the corner somewhere. Just text and say, go team. Go Reds. Go Sports. It's not the content, I think it's the thought that counts. I think you can say, hey, I know you're in a ton of anguish. I also want to send out a bit of love as well to my friend Grant Town, who is a diehard Everton fan. I'm sorry, Grant. Jesus. I might just end the stream there after saying that. I'm sorry. Grant is a diehard Everton fan who has had a season ticket all his life, and it must be a difficult night to him. So I'm there with Grant, consoling in consolation. Grant. Hey to Gabo Regan as well. Hello to Stephen Robinson. And hey to Jack Simpson as always, and Claire Lynch. It's really great to see you all. Hey to Ken Reynolds, and hey to Roisin as well. Lowly, great to see you, Roisin. Roisin has a single out tomorrow called Cavalry, which is such a great tune, and which I had the privilege of helping write the presser for. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow on Spotify. It's Lowly, Lowli. Absolutely incredible musician. This is really fantastic to have this lovely little community of people here tonight. Thank you all for joining. This one's called Cartoon. Can you inspire your flaws that I wanted to stay and bury my face in your body's length, in every inch of your thighs, in every part of your intellect. My word is led by your line, and I'm tempted to write my name on your spine and cash it in, so you envy me to feel when you give me strength, and you can bring me a victory from the warmth of your bed. If you had an right, if you had an I don't wanna breathe. If you had an right, if you had an I don't wanna breathe. I don't wanna breathe. can bury my body under all this cement. Say you forget where you put me, or at least never confess. If you had an eye, if you had an air, I don't wanna breathe, I don't wanna breathe. If you had an air, if you had an air, I don't wanna breathe, I don't wanna breathe. Oh, I hope you answer me so I can make amends, and I'll be clearing my lines before the weekend. Can't digest, won't come to grips with anything that's anything, and I don't wanna breathe, I don't wanna breathe. Won't digest, won't come to grips with anything that makes you tick, and I don't wanna breathe, I don't wanna breathe. Da 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 da. Thank you very much. That song's called Cartoon. I really like playing that song. Goes out to anybody in any city across the world that's watching tonight. It's yeah, a time where everything seems to be opening back up again, and we seem to be seeing some semblance of the world we knew before the coronavirus. And I'm really delighted that that's happening for everyone. I'm really delighted that people are getting back those small little things that just improve their well-being and improve their day. It's really incredible to watch. I've seen the month of strangers in the quiet of Berlin, the darkness of these alleyways tempting us to sin. We could have had our way with things, the days we felt like Jesus, but now your flame is at my heels and I'm desperate for you teasing. And desire that burns its way to sunrise, burns its way through my eyes. Tonight, I heard the month of Sundays reading out your name, laced before a question mark and filling up the page. And then they wrote the gospel for a lack of better fare, and they were sure to mention you, but I could not say where. And desire burns its way to sunrise, burns its way through my eyes. And desire burns its way to daylight, burns its way through my eyes. Whoa. And desire burns its way to sunrise, burns its way through my eyes. And desire burns its way to daylight, burned its way through my eyes tonight. I heard the month of Sundays reading out your name, placed before a question mark and filling up the page. And then they wrote the gospel for a lack of better fare. Oh, and they were sure to mention you, but I could not say where did they forget you. Thank you very much. Cheers, folks. Thank you. It's Berlin. That's also about one of those conversations where a lot gets said and then not a lot gets said, because you know you're just going on and on and on. I want to say a massive hello and welcome to Sandra Buckley. Thanks so much for joining us. Grandtown was left after my Liverpool comment. This is great. It's like Soccer Saturday. It's like if I had like the match in front of me, I could just be telling you what's happening in the match. That's not a bad idea, actually. I've got the iPad around here somewhere. I can just be telling you all what's happening. Oh, should have thought of that in advance. Say hello to some more of you. Hello to Ava. Hey Ava, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Hey to Cormac, hey to Lorraine. Hey to Donzer. Hey Donzer. Great to see Donzer. Alright. I'm trying to think of what to play. It's probably a bit too early for the chosen ones. Let's do a few more originals, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do a song off my first EP. It's a song called Don't Get Used to Me. You tell me to wait a minute longer when you know my timing sinks. You say, had I come a little sooner, then we'd have come to grips. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. You see the money in your coffers, and baby, don't you feel rich? If you'd have called it any better, they'd label you a witch. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. You sum up the evening in a moment that feels like it won't end. You look right where it hurts, take aim and choose your words, and you mumble through a slur. Don't get used to me, and don't get used to her. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to her. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't you get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to me. Don't get used to this. Oh no. Thank you. Just don't get used to me. I did that one a little differently that time. Alright, just before we go to the chosen ones, let's see what everyone's saying. Let's say hello to you. Hey to James Ahern. I'm pretty certain James Ahern's wedding was coming up pretty soon, in the next few weeks, but obviously it's been moved to next year, so hey to James. Hey to Fra as well for coming in. Great to see you, Fra. What else have we got here? Hey to Calvin Hansen. Oh my god, it's really great. I'm seeing lots of people as well here that I've never met before, so it's really nice as well. Hello to Claire. Hello Claire. Thanks for coming. Great to see you. Yeah, let me know where you are. It's a really gorgeous evening here, so I presume it's a gorgeous evening where you are as well. That's how the sun works, isn't it? But if you are sitting somewhere nice, please tell me where you are. Send me a picture of yourself. Send me a picture of your drink. Okay, let's do the chosen ones. This week was a really tough one to pick from. Eventually what settled it was I went with a song that I love myself, that I've played many times live and that I always really enjoy playing live. It came in from Barry, and the question this week was, what's a song that reminds you of your favourite place in the world? And Barry came back with this song, which I absolutely love. And he said he had great memories of this tune because himself and his girlfriend went up to Galway on a trip before, and they had this great soundtrack playing. He said it was a mix of everything. He said it was a mix of like of this band, Disney songs, indie, cheese, 80s, you name it. It sounded like a really great trip. Yeah, what's one for me is I just love this song. Anytime I hear this song, it's a song that I can't help but kind of dance to and just, yeah, really get psyched about. I'm seeing Lobo O'Brien quote me, send me a picture of yourself, Jimmy Moore 2020. I'll die by that quote. I've absolutely no problem. Put that on my gravestone. So, thank you to all of you who submitted a suggestion for this week's chosen ones. It's like so appreciated. For those of you who would like to see the playlist of all the suggestions to date, if you're watching on Facebook, that link to Spotify is in the description. If you're watching on Instagram, I just posted the link in the comment section as well. So yeah, be sure to check out that playlist because there's some really amazing tunes on it, all coming from you guys. So this is Life During Wartime by the Talking Heads. Heard of a van that's loading my weapons, packed up and ready to go. Heard of some gravesites out by the highway, a place where nobody knows. The sound of gunfire off in the distance, I'm getting used to it now. Sleep in the gravestone, I lived in the ghetto, I've lived all over this town. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. No time for dancing or lovey-dovey, I ain't got time for that now. Transmit the message to the receiver, hope for an answer someday. Got 3 passports and a couple of visas, don't even know my real name. High on the hillside, the trucks are loading, everything's ready to roll. Sleep in the daytime, I work in the nighttime, I might not ever get home. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. This ain't no mud club or CBGB, I ain't got time for that now. we blend in with the crowd. We've got computers, we're tapping phone lines. I know that that ain't allowed. We dress like students, we dress like housewives, or in a suit and tie. I've changed my hairstyle so many times now, I don't know what I look like. Why stay in college? Why go to night school? Gonna be different this time. Can't write a letter, can't send a postcard, I can't write nothing at all. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. I wanna hold you, I wanna kiss you, but I ain't got time for that now. Thank you very much. That's Life During Wartime, requested by Barry, telling us about his favourite place in the world. So thanks so much for all your suggestions. Thanks to Barry, thanks to everyone for submitting as always. It's really amazing to go through all the tunes and stuff. And yeah, just add all these songs to the playlist. The playlist is updated after this stream every week. And then the Chosen Ones is on Saturday afternoon on Instagram. It's been on Sunday the last few weeks, but that's just because I have messed up my timings. It's going to be back on Saturday this week. So please do tune in and say hello. Submit your songs. As I said, there were some really amazing ones this week. Hey to Gary Beecher, hey to Jim Kelly as well. Thank you so much for the kind words about Life During Wartime. Hello to Ponytail OD. I don't know who that is. But yeah, Limerick. Limerick is great. I'm guessing you're from Limerick. Hey to Luke Moore. Hey to Dave Field as well. Great to see you, mate. Really, really fantastic to see you all here. Alright. Got a couple of songs left. This is a song which has become more and more relevant as the coronavirus thing has trudged on. And I read a really interesting article during the week about how a lot of older people in America actually don't find themselves feeling as lonely, but younger people do. And the reason for that is they're spending so much time on social media. And the thing about social media is it is very much out there for itself. It is out there to push its own agenda. And it exists to tell you one side of the story. It exists to just show you like the really shiny part. This stream might look really, easy to watch. I hope it looks easy to watch. But what you don't see then is me, scrambling to get a song together, trying to finish writing a song an hour beforehand, or thinking all week whether I'll have time to learn the Chosen Ones. And that kind of stuff, is very real in people's lives, and it's important not to dig too much into the shite that social media feeds you. I'm going to end my rant there and introduce this song, which is called In Your Praises. Today we rang the changes and gave purpose to these godless bones. Surely there'll be other places for us to build our houses on. If you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me in your praises. If you see me and your heartbeat raises. Today, honey, we're only hoping we'll luck out on this expensive ride of ours. You can't bear the thought of owning up to all your mistakes and to every single fuck up. If you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me praises. If you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me praises. Keep me in your praises. Is it easy? tell you that it's gone. Blisters on your hands are signs of workmanship. Not that you've been at it for too long. And if you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me in your praises. If you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me in your praises. If you've had great love and it only comes in phases, keep me in your praises. If you see me and your heartbeat raises, keep me in your praises. 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 Thank you very much. Alright, I'm gonna try an older one. If she had any common sense, she'd have walked out that door several hours ago. If she had any self-respect, she'd have beaten me round for hours on end. I'm not sure what this is about. If she lives here, then I'll move on, because I never intended no disrespect towards the life that she's got me living in double negatives. You never back what you say. Yes, I'm not feeling myself today, and it just doesn't make any sense. I'm so glad I've got you listening, seeing no reason to regret. She gave me more than one chance to step back and accept I'm leaving this and I'm not coming back, because I needed you, darling, and that just didn't sit right. I'm not a boy with the best of intentions, but one who will put your name to all of the inventions that I mastermind. Oh, you're looking for something that no one else can find, but darling, it's not your fault. You never back what you say. Yes, I'm not feeling myself today, and I never knew what was wrong. I could have said sorry, but what's the point when it just doesn't make any, just doesn't make any, just doesn't make any, just doesn't make any, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm so glad I've got you listening. Thank you very much. The song is called What Happens in Vegas Stays on File and is dealt with accordingly. I don't play that song that often because it's really hard to sing. But in good news, I did manage to do a good take of it for the album, so it's going to be there on all the beds we've been in, which I have some news about coming tomorrow. So keep an eye on my Instagram and my Facebook, because I'm going to be announcing something pretty amazing tomorrow, which I'm really fucking excited about. Hey to Terry, hey to Gav O'Connor, hey to Liam Manning Barrett as well, who's joined. Hello again to Sandra, who is watching from Whitechurch in Kilcully, watching the sunset. Oh my gracious. Kilcully is only 2 minutes down the road from where I have lived for I don't know what, 10 years of my life, just before I moved to London, obviously, and it's really great to hear that people are out enjoying the sunshine there. It's great to hear that you guys are having a nice evening. Hello to Amy Bear as well. It's really nice to see you here, Amy. Nice to see you all. It's just fantastic. Hey to Jack O'Rourke as well. Absolutely fantastic musician who I have a great story to tell about Jack O'Rourke, actually, now that he's here, and which you all might like. I played for Jack O'Rourke. I supported him in Dolan's a few years ago. He very kindly invited me up and gave me half an hour to play before him. And when the gig was finished, after Jack's set, we went to say goodbye to him and say thank you for having us. And Jack was like, look, thank you so much for coming. And he put 50 quid into my hand. He said, thank you so much for coming. And I wasn't expecting to get paid at all as a support act, but Jack gave me 50 quid. And we were walking out the door, and I said, you know what we should do is we should. I wanted to give Jack an EP. So and Lobo, who was with me at the time, said, I'll go back and give it to him. And she took the EP and brought it back to him. And Jack was like, I don't think I gave Jimmy enough there. And so Jack put another 20 apart. At such a young age, you came to me gentle, a platform for range. With your father certain that a boy like me could never be what he seemed to his young hen. But why would surely ruin for other men, just like I did, or so he says. And your mother was right, as she always, always is. Had I heeded the warnings of mine, things might well have been different. Darling, you know that you could stop beating yourself up over nothing. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop beating yourself up over nothing. When nothing always leads to something in the end. Don't you lean on me when I can't give you what you want, and I can't give you what you need. And baby, you know that it is killing me. So on we go, knowing things will get better in the hope they won't. How did things slip away from us so easily? When did I start bringing daggers to my sleeve? How could you know that you could stop beating yourself up over nothing? Stop being so hard on yourself when you can start making a goal out of something. I know that something is always better than nothing in the end. Then you can stop getting inside of my head. And maybe then we can put this thing to rest. And you can start getting under my skin. And maybe then we can bury this whole thing till you can see how we control a fire. Set us ablaze. You came to me restless, and it was only a phase. And the fact that he knows your body as I don't is news to me, genuinely. But then again, experience is made for two better men, so I will be better than him. And your mother was right, but I don't give a shit what she thinks. Having heeded the warnings of my heart, my best path is in leaving this. Thank you very much. Let's stop beating yourself up over nothing. So we are coming to the end of our time together. As always, I will just ask you to bring along another friend next week. Tell them about this stream. Check my stuff out on Spotify. You can also share my music on Facebook and Instagram. That's also so helpful. If you go into Spotify and share artist on Instagram, then people can just click straight into it, and that's always just really, really amazing. Let's say one last hello to all of you before we say goodbye. Hey to Orla Burns, great to see you again, Orla. Hey to Ashley McCarthy. Hey to Larissa, thanks so much for coming in, Larissa. Hey to Megan. I think that's all of you. That's really fantastic. I think I've said hello to literally all of you. It's not a bad thing. So yeah, as I said, I've got some exciting news tomorrow. Something I've been working on for a while to do with the album. It's really weird looking back on just before lockdown now, because I got the album finished literally I think 2 weeks before lockdown was initiated. I flew back to Ireland and I spent a week with Christian Best and some fabulous musicians in Monique Studios, just finishing off the album. And normally I take a long time to record vocals. I'm very, very harsh on myself in recording. It's not my most comfortable place to be, if I'm totally honest with you. And so looking back at how easy I went on myself and how happy I was with the takes is really prevalent now, considering that it's taken so long for things to get back up and running, and for all of these things to be accessible again. Having said that, there's been some absolutely incredible hard work done behind the scenes by some amazing people in the last few months to get the announcement ready for tomorrow. They include Darren Clark, Hannah Dillon, Grace Lynch, Alex Manning Barrett, I always call her Alexandra because that's her name on Facebook, Liam Manning Barrett, Steve Robinson, Amy Coleman, and of course all the absolutely incredible musicians that worked on the album. They include, I'm going to try to name them all without forgetting, Fiona O'Neill, Tom Cahalan, Keelan Kenny, Isaac Higgins, Hannah Nick Garrels, Laura O'Brien, Calvin Hansen. I think that's everybody. Is that everyone? Barry Wilson. Jesus Christ, Barry Wilson as well. See, this is why I double checked. And that hard work has just been like really incredible and amazing, and it's just gone on over 2 years to create the album. And now, sitting here as we kind of come out of lockdown, I feel very grateful to have the album as it is, finished and ready to go. And so you're going to be hearing a lot more about it. You're going to be seeing a lot more over the next few months, and the first part of that is going to be announced tomorrow, which is really great. Some of you may already know about it. I've spoken about it a few times on this stream, but there's a little extra element even to that. So yeah, keep an eye on my Facebook and Instagram tomorrow. And thank you so much again for joining me, for coming to At Home Again Naturally. It's just really amazing. This is the 15th At Home Again Naturally that we've done in a row since lockdown began. And that is, so yeah, a round of applause for you guys as well, for coming out every week, for listening, for commenting, for sharing your Chosen One suggestions, and yeah, just for being all-around sounders. It's just really fantastic, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I did this live stream on the first week of lockdown just as kind of a breakaway from everything that was going on, and that was really all it was intended to be. But as it picked up momentum, it was just, yeah, it's been really great and a really incredible experience for me, and we're going to keep going. At Home Again Naturally is not over just yet. So yeah, I'm going to leave you on this song, which was the last song that I wrote before we went in to record the album. It was the last song on the album that was recorded. So thank you so much again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night, the rest of your weekend. I love you guys, and I will see you again same time next Thursday. This is called September. Leave my bones in the harbor or on your father's land. Take a minute to remember me before I fall into the sand. 'Cause nothing comes close to the light you shone over my body. There's a freedom to your evenings now, you'll be better off without me. You came and stayed for the weekend to get the best out of me, to give me strength, to give me patience. Depends on what I need. And we knew something wasn't right. You and I are too fond of excuses, and you need to be a better man than I am to refuse this. So I have never seen you as happy as the night that I release you. Oh, I have never seen you as happy as the night that I release you. You came to stay for the weekend and made a mess out of me, to give me strength, to give me patience, depends on what I need. There's nowhere left to hide, you and I are too fond of excuses, and you need to be a better man than I am. I never see you as happy as the night that I release you. Oh, I have never seen you as happy as the night that I release you. Leave my bones in the harbor. Leave my bones in the harbor. Leave my bones in the harbor on your father's land. Thank you so much again for listening. You guys are brilliant as always. We'll see you next week. Good night.